Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Thursday, May 1st, 2025. All right, let's go over the morning notes, and then we'll move over to the charts. So I was saying that the 60 minutes are still on a sell signal. We need to stay on alert. If we see some selling near the open, I wouldn't discount a gap close before the buying starts. And the S&P looked like it was going to open up at the 5670, just above my 5650 upside target. So we take a look at it, and actually we never made it up to this 5670, but you can see it closed the gap here. So this was one of my upside targets, the 5650. And if we're going to head higher tomorrow, really we're probably looking right around that. I would say the 5695, but since we're there, 5700. And then my final target is going to be up at the close to the 5777, 5750, somewhere, or even 5800. But that's probably going to be coming in, probably within the next 2 weeks. But the sell signals are definitely giving us a warning right here. So I'm still thinking we're going to need a little bit more of a pullback. So we did see some selling yesterday, but this looks like it could just be an ABC move. So that would be suggesting that we find some support somewhere in this area here, and then we shoot back up again, and that may be finishing the wave 3 of 3, and then from there, the wave 3 of 5, and then we go down probably another, after we come up and touch the 5700, from there we then will probably have another pullback, and that even could take us all the way down to the 5434. And the reason why is typically after we get 5 waves, it will go back to the previous wave 4, and that's here. So if we come up and we hit the 5700, and then we get a little bit more of a pullback, because like I said, it's more on, they need the time thing here, just kind of delay things. They're moving way too fast, and they're going to be hitting these upside targets before their time, and then it kind of throws things into a little bit of a difficult to read, because we really want time and price to line up together. So I'm thinking that it's going to, if we get up here, we're going to have some type of pullback, and it's going to be a little bit deeper because we're starting up near the 5700 level. So if we come down and test these, you're looking at almost a 200-300 point drop. But I would imagine they'll probably try to protect it near the 5500. But that's really the way I'm viewing this, is that if we pop up, then we're going to have a deeper retrace, either down to the 5500 or even down to the 5434 level before making that final move up. But tomorrow, we have to just see what the futures are doing. But if we see weakness, I'm really believing. Well, I said I believe that this gap was going to get closed, and that's what I put in the morning notes. Even though we didn't see selling right off the bat, after the first hour, that's where we did see selling, and you can see it almost closed that gap. So it was following the the morning notes that I was saying. It was a kind of a complete reversal of yesterday, where we had a big gap down and then we grinded higher, and then really just last 5 minutes we had that big move, and here we came down. This was just a grinding higher and then down again. So I'm thinking we're going to get some backing and filling. We could see the S&P down at the 5544. And again, I'm sticking with you really want to keep using any kind of dips as a buying opportunity until we see the S&P getting near the 5700 level, or we start seeing some of our market timing indicators for retail traders getting into extreme bullish territory, because that will be another signal that we're getting close to a top. And once we make the top, I'm really, what I'm thinking on this is that we are going to come down and really test these lows or even break them before everything is said and done. So it's going to be one of those things where we really want to pay attention for where the top is. And there's a number of reasons that we can assume that we're going to get some kind of test of the lows here. And that would be, I know some people are saying that we're going to be going into a recession. I think we've been into a recession already, and we're actually just trying to fix things up. But in any case, it could be that. It could be geopolitical issues. But I believe something is going to shake the market come come that time period in right near the second week of May. And when it does, at a bare minimum, I'd be thinking that we're coming down and testing the 5,100. But there's a good opportunity right here that we're going to test the 5,000 level, or we could have it even lower. And again, if we head lower, what we want to do is, especially if they have to take out the lows, we would then keep an eye on the 50-week moving average. That's pretty much where this kicked off, and that's right at the 47.41. But that's a ways away, so I'm not really going to worry about that right now. We really just want to keep an eye on what's happening now, and this really isn't a topping process yet. You'll see when that happens, but 40, 55, 46, this is the 50% retracement from this low to this high. Again, that's where I was expecting to see some support, so we just got to keep an eye on that area. Once it does that, then I believe we're coming up and testing that 5,700. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.